Welcome to the Trini Techcast. This is episode 39. We are recording this on the 15th of October in the year 2023, which is quickly coming to an end. And they had that Amazon Prime Day. Good evening, good afternoon to you. Yeah, Mr. Redbit_Tech. He's my co-host. You good?
Yeah. Well,
you know,
as I was telling you before, I kind of a bit under the weather, the old school flu coming home.
Yeah.
To your home.
It is a part of life. It is a part of life. Well, I was saying, yeah, we had an Amazon Prime Day sale last week, and I actually got some stuff that I was planning to buy it anyhow.
Yeah.
I had the things in my cart on Monday, and I was going and click one time, and then I see the email. I think I'll see the emails about it, but I didn't know what it was, and I was like, "Oh, it's tomorrow is the Prime Day sale. All right, let me wait till tomorrow and see." Yeah. And I actually got some things way cheaper. Yeah, way cheaper. Because normally all them sales, there's be like setup sales.
Yeah, like remember the last time you was checking the price. Before the sale, it was cheaper.
Yeah, it was cheaper, yeah. So I will say, okay, let me wait till tomorrow and see what happens. And if it goes up or something like that, then I'll just wait till, because it was for Tuesday and Wednesday. Then I'll say, well, I could wait till Tuesday and see what happens. But I end up getting some stuff like half price and thing. So I was like, okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. So thank you, Amazon. Yep. We'll see when that shall drop.
I now look to the side here, and I have our AAA battery here, and I just realized the place was so hot in this room. It started to leak.
The battery leak for you? Yeah. Way. Damn. That real tough.
Yeah. It's like, wow. Because sometimes I don't be in this room all the time. I like, hold it.
Yeah.
Boss, and I probably don't come in the room.
I understand totally. Yeah. Huh. My little man cave here is only get used when I have to teach classes, and other than that, I have so much other things to do family wise and thing. But at least the AC working.
Yeah, but I mean, I afraid to see my light bill this month, and I see TNTech said they're going to raise the rates again.
Yeah. I saw
to see my light bill.
Yeah, light bill's supposed to come this month because it's every 2 2 months. I'll see what like. Well, hey, don't be afraid. Just know that you ain't dead. You ain't die from heat stroke. I told you. So today we have 3 items that we're going to be dealing with. One is the CSIRT, which stands for what? Cyber Security Incident Report, Incident Threat Landscape. No, Incident Response Team. Yeah, the Trinidad and Tobago Incident Report. They have a report that they did, and our friend Darren from CSIRT did a nice article on his website about it, so we're going to take a look at that. Digicel, another person, has gotten e-money approval, and Digicel is the next one. And then Meta is training its AI on your posts. Let's talk about that when we get to that, because that kind of good at all. Let's go to story number 1. All right, CSIRT. Did you know that these people exist?
I'll be honest with you, no. I didn't really know.
I saw a post on Facebook about it. I think it was a sponsored ad or something like that, and it was saying that they had this webinar coming up, and I kept scrolling because I didn't know if it was actually going to be anything that's useful.
So
but apparently there is.
Yeah, they are like a government agency or something, or that's like.
Yes, okay. Correct. They are tasked by the government of Trinidad and Tobago to keep track of these things, to to monitor cybersecurity in Trinidad and Tobago, basically. So on October 11th, 2023, the Trinidad and Tobago Cybersecurity Incident Response Team, TT-CSIRT, held a webinar titled Trinidad and Tobago Cyber Landscape Threat 2023, blah, blah, blah. Some of the categories covered: phishing, ransomware, insider threat, hacking, and data leakage. So they have this table here. So you can zoom in on the table. The table says data breach and system compromise, 46 in total, 16 public, 30 private. Ransomware, 9 public, 13 private. Phishing, 17 public, 51 private. Business email compromise, 10 public, 10 private. Website defacement and denial of service, 29 public, 9 private. Malicious insider, 3 public, 0 private. And total attacks, 196 overall, everywhere.
Yeah, so you could probably, let's talk about that table a little bit. So, the phishing attacks was the most popular one, right? So, and I think private, and you could bring it back up there. And I think in the private, it was more prevalent in private than public. Yeah. Right? And why you think that is? Why private more than public? At least in that area. And I mean overall too, it had a bit more prevalence in the private versus public.
Why I would think that phishing is the easiest is because you have old people using computers in government services. In government. When I say old people, people who are uneducated about phishing, they just know a computer is a computer, and they have the email to check.
It was more in private, not public.
Right, I was saying, so it's private companies, not government, sorry. I mean, the implementation of technology in a company is cool, but when you have departments that are not trained, they just do anything that they want with their email, and they don't care. Like, the over 40s and over 50s who have to work in the accounts department, they're clicking on anything. Yeah. And why it's so low in public, I don't think it get reported.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, on the flip side, one of the areas that had a big shift in terms of being more public and dominated was the website defacement and denial of service. And I guess you probably potentially, I don't know, you have more to gain from attacking the public website.
I try to, one of the things I have to check through is where these incidents are reported and who's tracking it, right?
Yeah.
So they are saying that the incidents that are reported, one statement says it was also stated that social media incidents reported to the TTPS Cybercrime and Social Media Unit amounted to 770 social media reports in 2020, 416 in 2021. And I am not 100% sure if this is the TTPS getting this information or who is the governing body that keeps track of it. So I didn't watch a YouTube video. There is a YouTube video. If you all want to watch a YouTube video, it's in a link in the description. But here's the next piece of information. Spam originating from TNT. Total spam mails from TNT, 21,564,755.
And this is, this could be like a hacker take over your server or something and they sending stuff out. It don't necessarily have to be, trainees that sending out these spam emails.
Of course, yeah, correct. And they have a chart here, so the top spam domains is gov.tt.
That kind of answer your question, like why the public sites are more targeted in terms of website takeover and act like that. I mean, they have more to gain. But if you ever got something coming from a gov.tt email address, people would tend to trust it more.
Correct. Yeah. And it's low hanging fruit because most of those sites didn't have certificates and all that kind of stuff. So you could do HTTP hacks on that pretty easily. I like the article. Probably I should watch a YouTube video, right? Probably I should watch a YouTube video because I'm not 100% sure how the data was collected. I'm very concerned that the data collection may have just been haphazard. Haphazard, and I don't know what to say because this thing says in the webinar it shared with its audience very pertinent information about cyber threats. Where do we get this information from? And it's from 2019 to 2023, so it's not 1 year. It's a long period, which is weird. What they have inside here is ransomware. I never hear about ransomware in Trinidad besides the potentially the Massey hack. That was the only one that was potentially ransomware, but we didn't find out, and
Yeah. Well, I mean, as you say, probably not everything gets reported, so that those other ransomware cases may have been stuff that went under the radar. You know, and again, like what they highlighted in this article is that the source of a lot of our breaches or attacks is vulnerable systems, you know, in terms of, I mean, as you say, low-hanging fruits in terms of patching your systems, in terms of doing proper backups, in terms of training their users, you know. So we tend to be very reactive instead of trying to be proactive, you know. So I think the takeaway from this article and studies like this should be, hey, you need to be more proactive. You need to do routine patches, routine updates, routine backups, train your staff on proper online safety. Look out for phishing emails, scams, that type of thing.
I went to the TT. I don't know what the acronym CSIRT. I like it.
That's something like a certification.
TT, yeah, CSIRT. So the mission, vision, and goal is to they could have spaced this out a little bit, but anyhow, that's just the web development. But the government of Trinidad and Tobago, through the Ministry of Amazon, National Security, has established a cybersecurity, blah, 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 and with the assistance of the Organization of American States and International Telecommunications Implementation. All right, so they have a mission, they have a vision, and they have goals. And on their homepage, you could report an incident, share information, or contact us, of which all three of the buttons are one bigger than the other. Okay. Ask her. Can I help it?
Yeah, OCD.
Yeah. No. Well,
I understand. As I just want everything to line up.
Yeah. When my web developers building for clients and thing, I am the QA now. So I have to go through websites with the greatest of details. Service areas, okay, they have information security and incident management. They have vulnerability management, event management, knowledge transfer, situational awareness. But, okay. So then, to report an incident, you have to report it to them.
Yeah, but see the list, right? Core services there, do they offer services at the bottom there?
Listen, one is incident response. I don't know. It's not very clear to me what is here. Hey, but we know it was built using WordPress and the materials theme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, their partners are the TTPS, Cyber and Social Media, CARICOM, Impacts, CSIRT, Commonwealth, GetSafe, Online TT, iGov TT. Okay, so let's say, hypothetically speaking, each one of these places sees something, they partner with them and they'll let them know that these are the things that we dealt with in the last 2 years or something like that. So this may be where the data has come from.
Yeah, and I mean, these stats that they have, most likely, is not true representation.
Most likely it's not accurate representation. But they exist.
I personally been attacked and I don't report it to them. Well, people try to attack, and...
Well, yeah, now, the thing is, would it be... Okay, my WordPress site says, when I get that WordFence email, I see people attacking from Australia, Japan, all over the place. Their IP addresses come from.
Ukraine, all over.
Yep, all over is people trying to log in as admin on your WordPress website because, well, that's the most used username. Yeah. So for those of you listening, if you have a WordPress website, don't name your admin. It will get brute force. It will get brute force hard, right? I think that I personally don't know anybody in technology who would report the issues that they face, and I'm not even too sure if there are companies, I may be wrong, who have accountability when it comes to cybersecurity. Basically, every employee will be like, hey, the system down. IT will go in a little black box, work on it for a week, get the system back up, and then say,
I mean, Alright. The most likely you will self-report. You will self-report internally. You'll come out internally if something happen. You probably report it to senior management or whatever, right? Where it might have the potential to leak to the external world or get out to the external world is if it's a big enough company and they get audited every year, and the auditors will ask certain questions. Have you been this? Have you been that? And you don't want to lie to the auditors, so some people may answer it a certain way, but if you're truthful to the auditors, it would come out. Any auditor would do it and sort of ask you questions.
Okay. But we just only get audited financially in a big way. Like, is there any, like, when an auditor comes to a company, most of the time their job is to audit finances and HR.
Yeah, but like
Stan Young have a cybersecurity audit.
I'll tell you from personal experience within the certain auditors within the past couple of years. Just used to be financial, and they didn't really used to get too much into the IT side of it. But within the past couple of years, like, they personally told us that when you mandate and they need to go more in depth in terms of the IT side and security.
Okay. Well, this is news to me. I'm glad to hear that.
Like, where I'm at, we got audited this year. We actually now come out of our audit, right? And compared to the previous year, say you probably had to answer, say, 2 pages of questions. This year was like 6-7 pages, and a lot of it was very, was a financial audit, but a lot of it was getting into the like technical stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Well, then this place, CSIRT, I think they have a future.